I'm sure our viewers are interested. What kind of obstacles did you overcome to get this thing started? And what's been the response of the business community at large?
There are so many obstacles. First of all, again, we're the first platform to be approved to do this. So most people, when I told them this was idea, they just thought it was impossible. They're like, you're not from investment banking, you're not from Wall Street. Like, how are you going to get through this SEC FINRA process? And I said, well, I can get through any test. I just think of it as a test. So I'm good at school, so I'm going to use the same, process that I would use to get all my good grades in school to go through this legal hurdle. So that was the big thing. No one believed that we could do this because a lot of people have tried and failed. Secondly is just getting people to understand why we're doing this. A lot of people feel like if a woman starts a business, it has to be a nonprofit, or that's the main thing, or a woman can't lead a successful company, where the data, refutes that time and time again, but there's just a lot of bias out there. And on the other side, we've been getting like tons of support. We've been profiled in Forbes and Fast Company. We're winning competitions across the country, from the Women's Venture Summit in San Diego to the SoGal pitch competition in Charlotte. So in terms of the academic community, we were a keynote speaker at a equity and entrepreneurship conference at Duke University. So the academic community loves what we're doing. The press loves what we're doing. And so we're just trying to build and reach our next milestone of helping 10,000 women grow.
So is that the goal, the 10,000, or is it beyond that? Is that the
beyond that?
step?
So that's the next goal is 10,000 people through our pipeline, but the vision is much bigger. 100,000 is even bigger. That's like the ultimate goal for medium term. And so we're just excited that we've been able to get all of this traction and support since we launched in February, couple months ago. And so we know that we have what it takes to build this company to really disrupt what's happening in the US with financing.
Exciting times indeed, and I'm sure you're gonna get there. I have no doubt about it. A question for you, and this is on a bigger issue. There's a lot of talk about gender equality and diversity, and one of my colleagues is a big advocate in the space of getting more women into the boardroom. So that's kind of her take on it. What's the reality out there? Are you getting a lot of lip service, or are you seeing, I know it's slow, some changes in that regard in terms of women in the boardroom, more women CEOs? What's your take on that?
So it's mostly lip service, but there are advocates who want there to be a change. So I'll tell you about my story. So clearly, I excel quickly in both my academic environments and corporate environments. So in the corporate world, I was the youngest manager that was a woman out of 3,000 employees at my consulting firm. And I was super shy, just like most engineers. I was really hesitant to speak up for myself. I didn't really like making presentations, but I had a mentor at my job who always encouraged me to speak. So he would stop meetings and say, Roshawnna has a brilliant idea. And this is without us talking about it first or anything. He just knew all the time that I had a brilliant idea. Then the whole meeting would shift to me, and then I would say my idea off the top of my head. And over time, everyone else started understanding that I had a contribution, but I was the only woman in all these meetings, and I was the youngest person there. And then I was promoted time and time again, mainly because he decided, hey, I'm going to make a way for Roshawnna to have a voice in this company. But he took this interest in me, and a lot of times it's a case by case to say, hey, no, she's not just invited to this meeting, but I'm going to make this person feel more comfortable, feel like their voice is heard, and act on it. And so because of this, now, I'm super comfortable with all my ideas. I'm running my own business. but it took someone to say, hey, no, you belong here. In fact, you have all these great ideas. So let your ideas shine in the group.